Hey Joseph,
Hey there. Hey, Caitlin.
how's it going?
All good.
Good, good. I was just kind of checking out your website and your LinkedIn. Are you based in San Francisco?
Uh, yeah, that's where our office is, but I'm currently in Singapore.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So where are you calling in from?
Singapore.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So it's
That's-
just 8 a.m. here in the morning, so it's not too
Okay.
bad. Yeah.
That worked out on the time zones then, which is good.
Yeah. How about yourself? Where you at?
I am based out of Los Angeles area. So that's why I was curious, but then we moved down to Southern California well after the pandemic. So yeah.
Yeah. I see. Yeah,
Well, very
awesome.
good. Yeah, I know you're just getting your day started, and Frankie had reached out, who works on my team, just to schedule this call.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, really would love to hear, I guess just to start about like your interest in today's conversation, and then we can kind of take it from there.
sure. Awesome. So kind of give a bit of context and introduction about Contact Out. So Contact Out, we are a data intelligence platform with over 300 million professionals plus contact information on it. Our primary users are recruiters and sales team who are
Right.
using contact information to reach out to candidates or to reach out to prospects to sell better. So for us, I currently am heading up the content side. So for us,
Okay.
one of the big things that we are focusing on this year is content marketing for obvious reasons. When we look at our competitors, they have done a great job in terms of providing useful information for their users and customers. And that's something that we realized that we uh, can do a lot more to grow. We have been sharing stuff on LinkedIn, be it from our employees, from employee advocacy to from our CEO as well. But we feel that we still can do a lot more in terms of that, plus also on our website as well. So that's something that we are doubling down. So currently, right now, we are on the search for because currently now in terms of our setup, we are using so our CRM is Pipedrive that we have recently
Okay.
moved over from Salesforce, and our CRM it's not the most sophisticated. It's WordPress that we have.
Okay.
Everything on our website is hard coded, so
Uh-huh.
in terms of those, we can't really if you want to change, it takes us a while to
Right.
change depending on where is it on the backlog on the queue.
Okay.
But for our WordPress, we that's what we are primarily using to publish content on as well.
Mm.
Um, and that's something that we want to double down on,
Okay.
having more content online in terms of helping recruiters and sales folks, or even for my
Yeah.
CEO, he's particularly passionate about helping entrepreneurs
Okay.
uh, founders and all to start their business and like kind of share our journey in terms of how we build our company,
Hmm.
be it from the sales side, be it from the recruitment side, be it from the design and product side. So every part of the business, yeah, kind of sharing. Our bet is like if we can be a bit more transparent
Hmm.
about how we build our business, maybe that helps to build in trust with our prospects and our current customers as well. So yeah, that's kind of a big initiative this year,
Okay.
and we'll be curious to kind of see how HubSpot can help us grow
Yeah.
our grow our service better. Is that your new tagline now? Grow better with HubSpot. Yes.
Yeah,
So
there you
yeah,
go. You nailed
so
it.
so we're looking at seeing how we can partner with HubSpot in this.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, appreciate the background context. And just to make sure I
Sure.
understood, did you say that you moved over from Salesforce to Pipedrive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we did it late last year, earlier this year, starting in Jan Feb. So our team are still in that they've removed already. Yeah, but in Jan Feb, they were still in the transition process.
Oh,
But now it's yeah, it's mostly moved over to Pipedrive.
got it. Okay. And then
Hmm.
with WordPress, the reason
Yeah,
I asked too is because HubSpot, we can do some of the things Pipedrive does. We also can integrate with Pipedrive. It sounds like it was a new transition, so
yeah,
obviously would love to hear your thoughts on kind of like what your if you're thinking of integrating HubSpot or if you were looking at something to replace, I don't know, because obviously you just made the move.
sure.
And then
Yeah,
similar with WordPress, if your team wants to stick on WordPress, we can integrate there too. Or if you're looking at like a new web kind of
yeah,
development, we can help there. So I guess just curious your thoughts and then obviously
sure.
more questions on your process.
100%. So yeah, in terms of the CRM, I think it will be a bit tough for us to move again
Yeah.
because we recently just moved.
Right, right.
Um,
That's
yeah. So the primary reason why we kind of moved, because previously we were using Salesforce, but we're not using I think we're only using about 10-20% of the
right.
features that they have, or even maybe lesser than that. And is yeah, not the best use of our fund. So what we're trying to do is to optimize our operational expenses. So that is one of them. Our sales team is about Mm, under 20, but it's around like 15 to 20 people, so it's still quite sizable.
Mhm.
Thus, there is a cost that comes with it. So in
Right.
terms of moving over to a new CRM, I would hesitate.
Yeah.
I would think my CEO and my VP of sales would be yeah, I would hesitate to make a move. But in
Totally.
definitely one area that we are looking at is in terms of our CMS or like just
Uh-huh.
content management. Um, in terms of that, I also know that I'm not sure, but maybe can help guide me. But I know
Yeah.
that HubSpot also has something around marketing. So one
Uh-huh.
thing that we're doing as well is experimenting with different paid ads
Oh yeah.
uh, on YouTube, Google Ads.
Mm-hmm.
We tried LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if like HubSpot helps that. If not, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But that's something that we also experimenting, just trying to increase the distributions of our content and seeing
Mm-hmm.
what works, what resonates specifically with targeted audience.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, that's super helpful. Yeah, it's and just for your knowledge too, we integrate with Pipedrive and WordPress, and I'd probably say with the
Mm,
integration, it makes a lot of sense to go down the marketing path because our marketing like platform can really help with things like SEO,
mm,
blogs, bringing like that content again onto your website, like ranking high on Google. We connect with paid
sure.
ads. We can help with running marketing automation. All that's going to sync back into Pipedrive and it works on WordPress. So that's probably where I think it would make the most sense to take our conversation based on your um, use
Mhm.
case. But yeah, definitely something we can help with.
Nice.
Um, in terms of your marketing process today,
Sure.
yeah, do you have obviously you're running content. Do you have anyone on your team doing any other sort of marketing efforts? Like are you running campaigns or what does that like kind of look like today?
Sure. Yeah, we don't have a thing a role specific called marketing. We have growth and we have content. Uh, but in terms of campaigns, in terms of paid ads, our kind of strategy is quite very simple, which is to promote our CEO's content. So
Okay.
the reason why we're trying to do that is we're trying to build out our CEO's, our founder brand. And with that, he gets more visibility, particularly with other CEOs, so that we can use that to in like conversations of on for larger deals, for
Uh-huh.
bigger enterprise deals, be it data deals or API deals, that we have generally seen to help. Yeah,
Okay.
because in terms of our current model is freemium and it's a SaaS business,
Yeah.
those a bit takes long more yeah, we just need to hunt a lot more
Yeah.
to get the same returns. So yeah. So we're trying something different and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mostly it's around like promoting our CEO's content beyond YouTube, beyond LinkedIn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of, I guess, just like your
Mm,
um leads coming into your website, let's say
sure.
someone might be interested in contact out. What is like your traditional lead
Ah,
flow? Do you
sure.
find people are researching your and landing on your
Sure.
website or contact us? Like,
Hmm.
what does that look like?
Yeah, 100%. So there are a few ways coming in. The first one, which I would say is the biggest one, is through our SEO optimized directory pages. So it's quite similar to how like other competitors like in our space, ZoomInfo, Lucia, Rocket Reach,
Mhm.
Hunter, not less Hunter, Apollo, and all do it. Folks will be searching for, let's say, headlinks, email, contact information on
Mhm.
Google, and then
Oh
you will
yeah.
land on one of these directory pages.
Okay.
Um, and from there, if you like it, you click on it, and then you'll lead you to a sign up with us. And then from there, you go to our search portal or go to our Chrome extension on LinkedIn to review those information.
Oh,
So it's mostly is that. If not, then it would be through straight to our homepage where
mhm.
folks are searching for us,
Okay.
or be it on review sites or be it on Google.
Mhm.
The third way is through word of mouth, and
Yep.
that would generally lead folks to download our Chrome extension on our Chrome store.
Okay.
Once they install it, if they don't have an account with us, they will be prompted to sign up. So most of our leads come in through uh, these channels. There are other
Yeah.
ones that we have experimented where we are looking at sharing a sample list of emails of like CEOs in California, CEOs in LA, or engineers, software engineers, like different roles in different countries.
Mhm.
And through that, we give a sample file, and all we ask require folks to do is to share their information so that we can send it to them.
Mhm.
And that is another way that we get leads as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so a few ways. Yeah, and those has been working for us quite nicely so far.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I've definitely, even in my own role or contact information
Yeah,
and kind of gone down that path, so I can totally picture
yeah, I'm
it.
sure. Yeah,
Once someone like signs up for a freemium account, like you said, or like
sure.
creates an account, then I
Hmm.
guess what happens from there? Are they added into Pipedrive or rotated to your sales team?
Gotcha. Yeah. Uh, Yes. So we capture. So everything is all in our database. So from that, I can't I can't remember if we have already integrated using API to Pipedrive. But
Uh-huh.
before we kind of do that, it was actually quite a manual process.
Okay.
Most likely, I think there should be an API that is sending the leads over to Pipedrive. But previously, it was quite a manual process where we all of our leads was on Metabase, and
Uh-huh.
then our sales rep had to go in and through the different filters that we have already round robin the leads
Uh-huh.
to, they have to download the CSV, and then they will do their uh, upload it to their own to the CRM,
Okay.
and kind of prospect from there. But yeah, I think Reckon right now we should have really integrated into Pipedrive. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That totally makes sense. Um, And then let me see. Are you so let's say someone signs up with for a freemium account
Mm,
and
yeah,
the goal is maybe to like get them to becoming a paid user. Do you
sure.
have any sort of like marketing strategy that you're running against like an upsell opportunity or
Sure.
yeah, any thoughts on that?
Yeah. So our process is fairly simple. So for that, every lead that comes in on your sign up comes in, we will just give it a score based on their title, based on the company,
Mm-hmm.
and make an intelligent assumption about the quality of that lead.
Sure.
Once and then from there, we would get our sales rep to start on their campaign,
Mm-hmm.
outbound campaign on, hey, you sign up as a user, hey, we wanna give you a free trial,
Uh-huh.
just kind of sharing the different features and trying to
Okay.
book a meeting with them so that we can activate for the team, for themselves. Um, yeah, and then eventually we'll continue the campaign until if they respond, don't respond. Uh, the whole goal is just to try to get them on a meeting
Yeah.
and kind of share them a bit more because for most people who use Contact Cloud would only primarily use us for the contact tool. Uh,
Mhm.
but there are a few other features that we have that could be very useful for folks, be it an outreach, email campaign tool, or
Mhm.
a data enrichment tool, or even some of our AI tools to help with engagement growth on LinkedIn. So to kind of just make their process much easier. So most people will not know, so that's why we have campaigns like that to outreach. Similar
Yeah.
for those that is generally inbound who sign up by themselves and everything and do not have a higher lead score, we'll still have our onboarding emails that would do it, but we still, we haven't updated that in a while, so we need to update that. But we generally have like a series of onboarding emails and campaigns to just introduce folks to the different aspects of our tool and everything. But
Okay.
still can do a lot more better in those areas. Mm.
Okay, that is super helpful. And then in terms of lead scoring, are you doing that in Pipedrive like manually, or is there are you using any other tools like for like lead scoring or the email campaign that you mentioned outside of
Mhm.
Pipedrive?
Yeah. Um, we to my knowledge, how we have done it so far is always outside.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
manual process where our data team and our engineering team would do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, it would be great to move that process over to Pipedrive and make things more seamless. But no, that's how we've done it like the last 7, 8 years. Yeah,
Okay. Very helpful. I'm trying to think of anything else.
sure.
I guess any questions I'm missing. I know we talked about like connecting the dots on the social media piece in terms of
Mm,
like LinkedIn, Google paid ads and like re-promoting that. You're using Pipedrive and WordPress. You have your different lead sources and channels and like those conversion points. Um,
yeah,
Anything else that you're doing from like a content or marketing perspective
sure,
or anything I missed?
sure. Yeah, I would say one of the key things that we have been kind of restricted on
Mhm.
is having the ability to A/B test,
Mm.
be it on content or be it on copy.
Okay.
So currently, in terms of if we want to do that, that
Yeah.
is something that if it's on our main website, we have because it's all like hard coded, we have to depending on relationship with our developers, we can ask a favor, and then maybe they will bring it in. But if not, then we have to be put into the queue, which is, because it takes anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks,
Right.
for a change to be made, depending on the complexity of it as well. Um,
Okay.
but ideally, what we would like is to have more autonomy and flexibility around that so that we
Yeah.
can run more tests.
Uh-huh.
If not, so the silver lining that is with WordPress, we have a lot more autonomy in that. So we have more ability to do it. But again, we are kind of restricted by what we
Right.
can do because with WordPress, we bought a team that maybe get like us 50, 60% to where we want it. But
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
any customization that comes in, um, we still have to go through our developer. So that's something that we are trying to
Yeah.
avoid so that they can kind of focus more on the important stuff like our product, our data,
Right.
uh, and focus their efforts on that rather than marketing efforts, which is important, but may not be the best use of their time.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up. I can actually share my screen. This is just like
Sure.
information, high level. And
Mm,
obviously if it makes sense, we can do more of like a demo. But
sure.
um, really what you've mentioned kind of all sits in HubSpot's marketing hub.
Mm,
Are
tell me
you
more.
familiar with HubSpot? I actually know I saw on your website Contact Out integrates with HubSpot.
Yes, yes. We integrated
Okay.
HubSpot. We have customers who use you guys very very happily.
Okay.
But uh Not really. I wouldn't say I'm the most educated, especially there's tons
Okay.
of tools with HubSpot. Yeah.
No, we can talk through it. So, um, at the base of it, we are a CRM just in terms of how we collect data. That being said, we integrate with
Yeah.
Pipedrive or other CRMs. So really like whichever system you want to be your source of truth, can be. That being said, even within HubSpot, we'll still collect the contact information, the company information. We'll be able to track some of this stuff within HubSpot, which can then help you segment from a marketing perspective. So we'll be able to very easily set up that sync between the two. And then pretty much
Mm.
what you mentioned incorporates our marketing hub. So
Mm.
all of this is inclusive in Marketing Hub. You can kind of think of it in like three main buckets. Number
Sure.
one is how can we um, get more people to your website through things like ads, your social tools, which is obviously going to be huge to plug in. We have SEO tools. We plug
Mm.
right into WordPress, so you can actually build landing pages and blogs on HubSpot. You don't have to contact your WordPress developers. All of
Mm.
that will just sync, and you'll be able to basically like use HubSpot's editor, which is super user friendly, and host that on your website, which will be nice. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to go back to them every time you want to make a change. Um, and
Yeah.
then once they're on your website or once they have, converted in some sort of way, like how can you then turn those folks into paying customers?
Yes.
So we support email marketing, marketing automation, which I think will be actually really huge for your team.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, segmentation. I saw on your website, I didn't think that you had a live chat. That is something that you'll get with Marketing Hub if that's of interest to you. Um,
Okay.
and then we have a lot of A/B testing. So we can A/B test your content, we can A/B test your blogs, your socials, all that type of stuff. We can do A/B testing natively in HubSpot. So I think that will be really helpful.
Gotcha. I
And
see.
then reporting. We can report on different campaigns, all sorts of marketing reports. We have those out of the box. So obviously, no, I kind
Mm.
of talked a lot. I'll pause for questions, but based on your use case, I think there's a lot of great processes that you have already built out that then with HubSpot, you
Sure.
can unlock a lot of power from like the marketing perspective.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. From the looks of it, yeah, it does cover quite a bit. So yeah, we are. So let's say for live chat, we're using another tool for it.
Okay.
Can't remember which one we experimented with a few.
Mhm.
Um, and in terms of like traffic, we're having using GA. And some parts of it is mixed panel, but
Oh yeah.
we're kind of limited as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what HubSpot can offer for that. Um, Similar with our blogs and everything. So yeah, I think the key thing is like what does a workflow look like in terms of like
Mhm.
end-to-end and picture or someone like similar in our industry or another B2B SaaS, how they
Yeah.
utilize it to kind of have a clear picture in terms of how are this in
Yeah.
practice in real life. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's a great question. We have obviously tons of customers, especially in
Yeah.
SaaS. It's definitely like a primary industry for us. Um,
Mm.
workflows, everything from a stranger on your website all the way through like they're an existing customer of yours and you want to turn them into like an upsell type of opportunity. So on a
Mm-hmm.
demo, I could talk through like some of the sample.
Sure.
Obviously, workflows can get as in depth as your team wants them to be. But we can walk through a couple of like scenarios, if that's helpful. Unless you had one in
Okay.
mind. But I'm happy to put together kind of like some standard recommendations as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that would be great. Um,
Amazing. Um,
cool. Yeah, I'm just curious. It may be a dumb question, but in terms of HubSpot's resources, because you guys did a great job in terms of the content marketing side, be it from your blogs, be it from the courses
mhm.
and the books and guides and all that. Is that something that you're using your own tool to do it, or is that something else to do that? Yeah, because for us, we took reference. So one of the points of reference or best practices for us, yours, RFs, a few other companies as well. So just
Yeah,
curious.
Yeah, and in terms of the question you're saying like are we hosting our own like blogs and
Yes.
yeah, HubSpot uses HubSpot for the most part for
Okay.
most of our processes. So
Good.
yes.
Nice. It's always
Yeah.
good to hear people eating their own dog food. So that's always a good trust, a good level of
Yeah.
trust.
Yes. No, especially our marketing platform, we like continue to rank as like one of the, if not the number one
Mhm.
marketing automation tool. So we are um, taking advantage of all of our marketing offerings, even here at HubSpot.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Any other like questions on this so far? Does this make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah. I would say the big one for us is whenever we are considering another tool. So like for this we are currently also in the search for to be either a website builder or a CMS platform.
Mhm.
One of the concern for us is the migration process,
Okay.
and especially with some of these pages that we have build links on,
Mhm.
build a bit of SEO juice on. As we are migrating, the last thing we want is to lose all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, because SEO is a big part of our business in terms of how people discover us.
Totally.
So be it right now or in the demo, be great to kind of hear how the migration process would look like, moving
Yeah.
from something, be it hard-coded on a website or just starting off with something like on WordPress or
Uh-huh.
blogs over to HubSpot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question. If you are going to continue to use WordPress, we actually don't need to do any migration. Now,
Mm,
HubSpot has a CMS hub, which is a little bit different than our marketing hub. We can
okay.
host your website. There would be a migration process with that. I'm not sure if that would be of interest or if you want to
I
continue
see.
to use WordPress. Um,
Yeah. Um,
but you don't have to use HubSpot CMS, I guess. So if you were
okay.
to use our marketing and you hosted the blogs like within
Mm,
HubSpot, it would basically connect into your WordPress and there would just be as a part of like your WordPress there like your like li link, I guess you would have some HubSpot
okay.
nomenclature in it, but you don't need to do anything else to migrate. It's just plug and play.
Okay. Yeah, maybe interested to kind of see how that works. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the picture I was thinking if it's a blog, maybe I'm guessing there is a build-up, but yeah, I do know that you guys have a CMS kind of hub or tool that serves that as well. Okay, cool. Understand.
Yeah. Cool. And it sounds like in an ideal state, would the team want to stick with WordPress or are you like looking at other
Uh, we are if ideal state would be not with WordPress, due
Okay.
to the limitation and of what we
Yeah.
can do in terms of the look and feel, in terms of the interaction level.
Yeah.
We can achieve all of that obviously with a lot of coding and hard code,
Mhm.
like manual code, manual effort, dev effort. But in an ideal scenario, we will like to avoid that so that
Okay.
we can have more autonomy and freedom
Yeah,
with that, maybe from the design side, from the content side, yeah,
sure.
from the engagement side. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we covered it because HubSpot's CMS is very like lots of different like, beautiful themes. It's drag and drop. You don't really need a developer unless you're doing something like, very technical or in depth for the most part. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's something that you would be able to use. You can update things all the time. You can run those A/B testing reports. So it would be worth
Mm.
probably going through this on the demo to see like how easy HubSpot CMS is. That
Yeah,
being
that would be
said, the
helpful.
migration process is pretty straightforward. We'll build the website in the background while your website's like currently running. You will never have like any non-go live time. I would
Sure.
probably want my technical counterpart to speak more in depth on like the specifics of the migration. But
Sure.
we have folks do it all the time and it's can be done in a matter of weeks. So we're happy to support that.
Sure. Yeah. Happy to kind of hear through the process. Yeah. So that just gives us a little more confidence and clarity on that.
Yeah, totally. Um,
Mhm.
Well, good. I feel like I have like a decent amount of information. Do you think it makes sense to do a demo as a next step? Curious your thoughts on like
Sure.
the.
Yeah, a demo will be great. You can just kind of see how things work and how all
Yeah.
the pieces come together.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. One thing I was like fearful is with tools, big tools like HubSpot, which is, there's a lot of features. It's like how are all the different how we use all the different tools and how we fully utilize the features and to kind of make the money's worth, as well as obviously to
Totally.
getting the most out of it. The last
Mhm.
thing we want is a Salesforce type of situation where you only
Right.
use parts of it. That is not ideal. Yeah,
Totally.
and yeah, yeah.
No, that makes sense. I actually hear that you're not the first person to say that about like moving off of Salesforce. It's just
Mm,
a little bit more complex of a system. The nice thing about HubSpot is everything kind of intersects at some point. So there's
mm,
like a lot
mm.
of I guess usability across the platform. Like there's very rare that you'll find like a tool that you're like, oh, I'm not using this unless it's not a part of your business strategy per se.
100%.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, happy to talk through that. Make sure we cover all the features. And then make sure we're in a good spot from just like a migration perspective. Obviously want to
Hmm.
give you all the information that you need for your evaluation.
Nice. Beautiful.
Sweet. So in terms of it, and I know we're 2 minutes over. Do you have another minute or two? I obviously want to make
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Okay.
My next one is, yeah, I have, okay.
Okay, perfect. In terms of your evaluation, just a timeline, is this something your team is looking into right now? Like, I'm curious from a
Hmm.
demo perspective when it makes sense to schedule our next step.
Sure, sure. Yes. So we are currently on the search in this quarter. We hope to make a decision within the next quarter. And
Okay.
then depending on how fast or slow the migration process would take, if there's any, then it could be in next quarter. If not, we'll be happy to drag on to the following quarter as well. So within the next 3 to 6 months, that's something that we have planned out. Obviously,
Okay.
faster the better, but yeah.
Great. Okay. Amazing. Um, yeah, I think in terms of scheduling the demo, maybe it makes sense to look at something later this week or early next week. Obviously, want to keep the momentum,
Sure.
make sure that we're providing you all the answers, and then from there we can decide what a best next step would be if it's like talking about the migration or, anything like that.
100%. So I would say the next 2 days I'm away, I'm on leave.
Okay.
Also we are prepping up for our offsite next week. So I know we want to keep the momentum, but yeah, we are our offsite is happening next week, the whole next
Okay.
week. So it's gonna be a little difficult. I would
No worries.
suggest when we are back from that, so the week of 18
Mhm,
March onwards,
mhm.
those, yeah, there should be flexible around that. Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. Do we want to do like Tuesday the 19th or Wednesday the 20th?
Wednesday 20th will be great.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. And then do we want to block off like I know obviously we're working on some different time zones, but is this time good for you if we do like 4 to 5 Pacific, which it looks like is 8 to 9 your time?
Yeah, that works.
Perfect. I will put together the calendar invite now. And then is there anyone else you'd want on the demo that I should send this to?
Me for now. Yeah, let's do it me for now. So that, yes, because we also have because we are a fully remote team. So again, finding a common time was always going to be difficult, challenging. But yeah, let's keep it for me for now. I'll invite others if they're available.
Okay.
Yeah, other folks on my team if they're available. Yeah,
Okay, perfect. I will send the invite over. I'll just send over some like brief follow-up information and then yeah, we'll plan to reconnect on a demo after your offsite.
beautiful, awesome. Thanks so much, Caitlin. And also, yeah, just to note, for my note taker, I also know that you have your note taker. But my note taker here so that I can share it, the notes and the stuff, over with my team. Hope you don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect.
Awesome.
Happy to have you sharing it about. And if you need anything or if you have questions, like in the meantime,
Mm,
definitely let me know and I will get that information over your way.
Okay, sure thing. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks so much, Joseph. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.
You too.